I'll wait on your cue.
The wire. You see through the wire pretty good.
You're live, baby.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I'm your host, Bart Burke. We got volume going. I'll be right back. We got an awesome match today. Today, in the cage, we got the bearded wonder, Captain Freddie, the angry bayman, coming in at 98 pounds, soaking wet, ready to kick some serious oyster butt. And in this corner, behind the camera, weighing in at 98 pounds, soaking wet.
Yeah, right. Leave that one. I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Skipper T. So now, let's get ready to rumble. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. There's a little goof, huh? A little fun. Having some fun. Let me get back up, Skipper T. Give me. Look out for this cage stuff. This stuff will bite you and bite you hard. Oh, no, not that kind of love bite. I'm talking about like scratches and barnacle looking like scratches, you know? You know what barnacle looks like. You know what barnacles, how badly barnacles scratch, right?
No.
You ever?
I met those a month ago.
Oh, yeah, you fell on your butt in the barnacles there. All right, so there we go to that. Welcome, guys, to the Happy Oyster Show. Today we are going to be covering a bunch of different stuff. Tony Joe's going handheld and whatnot, but we're going to go over kind of this cage and how it's done and how it's made. As you can see, we have cleaned up the operation big time. We got rid of a lot of junk. Had a new guy in this past week, loving it. We'll introduce you to him. We might probably be working again maybe this Tuesday. The weather looks like it's going to get kind of nasty. You know, Mother Nature is at its best. We got a little hurricane coming up the coast, and we'll see what's going on with that. Keep your eye on that. I don't think it's a major gig, but we are going to get rain. What did they say, Fred?
Tonight, no, tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we got rain and kind of some wind, and it's going to be swirling around from different directions. Guys with stuff on the surface, make sure it's battened down. That's for sure. Bringing it on home with capital improvements
Come
and
the sun, Freddie. Come back. Come in a little where it's shader. Yeah, come in out of the heat. Thank you.
The capital improvement, and you just can't stop, but you got to get creative. The times and the economic times of what's been going on and whatnot, we directly stopped on capital improvement. Now we're starting to pick up again. What do you mean by that, Bart? Well, we're getting some cages done. We're going to need to do some things out in the farm. The farm is looking pretty good. We got a lot of it all sorted out. It's all check, check, check. And we're going to have to do some splitting. So we got to get on the cages. We've processed 2 rolls of wire this past week. Just finishing up that last roll now. I'm going to kind of give you guys a little show on what's going on with that. Operating costs, that's always the same. You know, you got gas, you got this, you got that. You can't do too much without, operating costs are operating costs. But you got to keep it in check. Everything's got to be in check, and you got to tighten up that belt, and you got to be ready to ride out that storm, no matter what it is. Before we get going any further, I get scrap from making cages, and it looks like this. Fred and I have been racking our brain, and we could make like suet feeders where you put the fat in there for the bird or this or that. But it's half by half, 16 gauge wire. We got boatloads of this. You'll see where it comes from. If any of you guys want to, hey, come up with an idea to do something with it, or if you guys would like to try some, come over to the shear and let's show you just real quickly how we could tune this up to a nice square if you would like. You might want to be here and shoot this way. When you shear stuff, you want to make sure it's on the table and on the flat, but we can take care of these little nubules right here. And we come down a little bit, and we get it onto that edge right in here. You see that? And we step on this pedal down here, and bang, off it comes. Turn it over to the other side, boom, up comes the blade, come down into here, bang, there it comes. Come over here, we got to get rid of these, I call them rat turds because they look like rat turds when they're on the ground. And then when the cat brings in a mole, it really looks like rat turds. Bang!
Mole or rabbit?
You know, mole, rabbit, bird. There's feathers over there that the bird came in the other day. So there you have it. There's a nice little square. Dimensions are 6.5 by 5.5. Now, would you like to make it 5.5 by 5.5? We could do that. Whatever you guys want to do, there it is. We get a lot of this scrap. Come up with some ideas, please. Okay?
Jim Payton said, winner gets a Happy Oyster t-shirt.
Absolutely, and that's the next thing that's coming up. Downstairs, I've been working on that too, all in this whole process. Again, capital improvement, you had to get creative and get yourself organized and ready to get to that next level. All right, scrap taken care of. Shitty weather on the way. New guy, he has it. What is it? Well, you're gonna have to ask yourself, what is it? What is it by you? What do you got? Do you got it? Everybody's it is different, so figure it out. But he has it, and I'm happy that he has it. Growth is slowing down. All right, we'll worry about that in a minute.
It's a crab trap for the, what are those things called?
Asian green something or another.
The nasty little crabs that eat oysters.
You haven't tested it yet, Fred.
I'm going to try it. That's made out of the scrap.
I forgot that, Fred. That's right.
Good job, Fred. I like that.
Yeah.
And it's helping reinforce what we're doing.
Well, it might
Mini
take,
shark cage, Jim Payton.
I forgot all about that with that.
it might take some of those horrible crabs off of the...
Fred gets pissed off at the
I hate
crabs.
those things.
They are a natural predator, and they are an invasive species, and it is illegal to put them back into the drink. We try to keep them get them off the site as best we can. All right, so there you have it on that. Am I missing anything yet, T, on that whole thing that we were doing? Are you ready to go into what we're doing, how we're going to do this wire thing? Show them how this cage works?
You talked about, I don't know where you are on your agenda as far as the rust.
No, I didn't talk about rust tide, mahogany tide. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Not quite yet. How many people? Let's just see what we got in the house. Bring it up. Todd is in the house. What's happening, Todd? Good to see you. Good morning. Haven't seen you guys in such a long time. Let me see how bad it is handheld. Raymond, what's happening? Jimmy Payne's in the house. Willard's in the house. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. Alan C. Sensor Gamer. Who is Sensor Gamer? Bring it on. And, of course, my buddy, the master truck driver of all, Gary is in the house. Gary, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, thanks for keeping everybody rolling. Everybody wearing a mask, I hope. I got my mask. I keep it handy. I got my formal mask. I have my work mask. We stay 6 feet apart over here, but then again, that's my wife. I have to stay 2 feet apart. Well, maybe a foot. No, maybe even 6 inches.
We're one, baby.
6
We're
inches.
one.
6 inches apart. One. I like that. All right, here we go. The
Masket or casket? Jimmy Payton, masket or casket?
There you go. All right, rolling. We get wire from Riverdale Wire. It's a 16 gauge, half-inch square. These buckets, by the way, are awesome. You might want to either stand it up or hold it on your gut or something. I don't know. The wire goes across that bar right there, and it's going to roll over. I forgot to load one on there, but you get the idea. Back up again to where you were. The wire comes down the chute. Boom, boom, boom. It gets rolled underneath. You with me there, T?
Oh, I'm with you, baby.
You're not getting bit, right? It's going to roll underneath here. This is all one piece right now. I don't have one to cut for you, but you're going to get the idea here. And it comes to this fence right here. See that? So it comes in, and it hits up against that. Then you step on it, and it cuts it off to it exactly the same length. Perfect. It then gets taken off of here, and it gets put to the next station right here. Now, it doesn't have these little squares in it yet, okay? The squares are coming. I'm going to explain that in half a minute. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Put wire here. We can also put wire over here. Now, over to here is the next station. Move your crap out of here, will you?
Who are we sponsored by, Bartolucci?
We are sponsored. That's a good question. After these all get made, we go into the NETMINDER. NETMINDER is that white coating that you see on all of our cages. It really works. Talked to Alex this morning, as a matter of fact, going up to Massachusetts. Tony Joe is, and I might even be coming up. And we're going to go pick up quite a bit of it because we are expanding, and now it's time for capital improvement. Okay? So that's where we're going with that. And NETMINDER works. It is safe, biodegradable, and all of the above. Get out of the way. So after it's squared up, it comes over to this station. We have these that fit. Let go of that, please. Before it's, you got to be careful of this stuff. It'll snap up and bite you right in the teeth. Got little rails here, it slides into here, it would be all square, you line it up to back to here, and lo and behold, here is our little square, our little piece of scrap that's gonna go into there. And we have to cut that out of there. Boop, boop, both sides, boom, boom, turn it around, do the other side, okay? How do you do that? You do that with these pneumatic shears.
They work great.
Tony Joe's had some experience with these. And they just fit right on there. And obviously you're following the line once you figure it out. All the way across. And voila. Awesome. Done. Next. Now, why do we have that little lip right there?
Good question.
That is a good question. After it gets done from the cutting section, then it goes to the bending section. The bending section is over here. Okay? Let me take this partially bended one. Bended. You like that?
Not bend.
Bended. Let me take care of this bended one first and put this other one in. Oil always coil down first. Now you want to get in here a little bit tighter. Let me get another little bit of what do they call it? Subliminal. You put this underneath here like that. What do you think? Does that work? Can you see that? Subliminal. All right. So, yeah, you can't do that. Then it goes anti-whatever. So, it goes into wire. Bada boom, bada boom. Here and here. Okay. Hooked, 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 all the way down. We're just taking these two, just these two right here. That's 1 inch. Half inch equals 1 inch. Hooking it onto there. Coming over here to the wire, coming up to here like that, and we're going to bend that all the way over. Be careful it doesn't bite you in the ass, or the head. I should have my gloves on.
You had to go those glasses on, which is good.
I do have my glasses on. I should have gloves on though. Other side. It's this one here is a little tough to wrestle because it was probably close to the end of the coil. That's why it has such a lot of coil in it. But we're going to take care of that in about 2 seconds. Boom, all the way down. Boom, coming off again. Now we're going to get this side just once. Okay? That guy going to go in there like that. Going to go to here. I can go to the bented one now. Okay, so once I put this bend in here, which is right there, it starts to straighten out. And that is 2 inches. 1, 2. Boom. Boom. When you get in the mode and the mood and the groove with this stuff, it's kind of like, you know, just repetitive, boom, 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 boom. I happen to like this type of work. Some people don't. It gives me a lot of time to think when I have that, and I can start to plan and plot and do. Not only am I doing the operation that needs to be done, but I'm also accomplishing all of my thoughts and all of my stuff that I have to do. You know.
Jack Handy.
What's that?
Jack Handy.
Jack Handy who? Your thoughts. Deep thoughts. Yeah. That's it. Deep thoughts. Now, here's another. Now, some guys don't even cut that. Don't even do that. I do that because I don't want to get cut. Now, move your crap for the second time. You with me?
Oh, yeah.
So we got to take that and bend that down. Boom. This is all trial and error. I haven't used this stuff for a while, and then I came back to it. Came right back to it. I did remember a couple of new tricks though. that I forgot about on Tuesday in regards to working with this wire. Working with this wire is not for the timid. You can't let it rule you. You got to work with it, you know. It's not the easiest stuff to work with, I'll be honest with you. It's kind of brutal on the hands. It's tough.
Well, you do what you say, not what you do. You should have gloves on.
Yeah, I do. I should have my gloves on. Where am I at? So we squish that down so that it doesn't get to the next point, take to the next one, to the next one. You get where I'm coming from, I hope. Let me move this out of the way because I got a couple of them. It's like when you go to the cooking show and they say, here it is, and now we're going to put it in the oven, and bink! Out comes from the bending section. Here it is all bent up. It's completely bent. This is that part that I was talking about. This is a factory edge, so it doesn't bite you. This side here, we bent this over. So now when you grab it, it's a little bit beefier here. What's that? Like that?
Like that, yep, perfect.
Right here?
Yep. Good.
Good deal. So that's kind of like that, where that goes. Here's a semi-bented thicker river. The NETMINDER coating that we're going to put onto it, they've actually improved, if you can improve perfection, they improved their formula so that it's even a little bit more stickier than it was before. A little thicker. And stuff works, man. Stuff works. I strongly recommend it. All right, so now you're coming on to the Wheel of Woe, or Wheel of Wow.
Raffle wheel.
Okay, and now we use the next tool. Everybody loves this tool. I can put a little oil in here. Uh-oh. My mic went to the ground. Sorry, boys and girls. And children of all ages. Whoop.
We have that other tabletop if we need another station.
What's that?
We have that other tabletop outside if we need another rotating station.
Yeah, that's right. The one that we lost the legs on. We talked about that. That's a good idea, actually. Because you know what we can do is have one person rigging. Because that's what's coming up next is I got all that rope up there cut. Running out of rope, running out of stuff. Going to have to make a run to Massachusetts, not only to get NETMINDER, but to also go see our buddies over at Catch and Supply and get. I need some stuff. Always lubricate WD-40 every single sleeve that you put in there, mandatory. All right, nice and simple and easy. This goes over to here and this goes over to here. You're going to get this into here like that, and you're going to hit it like that. Boom. Now, obviously, we're going to go all the way.
These are called...
What? Hog rings.
There we go, Rabbit.
This is a pneumatic hog ring gun. Awesome. Makes a superior finish, a very nice, secure stainless steel hog rings. Bada bing, baby. Obviously, you do all the way around. And then you come out with the finished product. How easy is that? Nice, right? So, 3 of these make up a cage. You put on the legs on the bottom. You have one that's got the top. But you get the basics of how it works with the 1/2-inch wire. It's awesome stuff. It's just a little tough to work with, but boy, is it tough. And it makes a nice cage. We're going in on some of our stuff that's got a second gauge, and we don't see a bit of wear and tear. Wear and tear is coming in on the legs a little bit. We loaded them up pretty heavy on some stuff. We're always playing with our density issues. So when people ask me, what are your densities, Bart? I can't tell you that because I've been playing with them since the day one. And depending upon the size is also depending upon the density. So then COVID came around and sales got off the, so now I got to play with densities again. I've been going to a graduate school class of higher education called the School of Hard Knocks to get my master's degree in Oyster Oyster, what are we going to call it? That was coming off my mouth pretty off my tongue. Of oyster rearing, there you go. So that's kind of where I'm going there. On top of that, that brings us to this week of what's going on with the farm. What did I do with my notes? Oh, over there maybe? Here it is. Brown tide, the farm is coming along, it's good, we're doing great there, but now, there's always something going on. Always something. The growth is slowing down right now. Why is the growth slowing down? It's because it's getting hot. And it's getting hot at depth as well as at the surface. It's even hotter at the surface. So we deal with it. Now, when the temperature goes up, the oysters, certain types of algae might bloom, certain algae might die. So the plankton, algae, the stuff in the water that the oysters eat varies. So consequently, their growth. If I start to put different things in your mouth, you're going to have a different growth too. All right? So consequently, what's going on? What is this quote-unquote rust tide, mahogany tide, whatever you want to call it? It's a type of biotoxin, bio meaning biology, all right, natural, that it could be toxic to the shellfish. It is not toxic to humans. It is toxic, could be toxic, and depending upon who you talk to is depending upon whether the rust tide / mahogany tide is harmful to shellfish. Is red tide harmful to shellfish? We kind of know that. That was a different story. A different algae. Red tide is a different algae. So there's good algae, there's bad algae, there's biotoxin, there's good, bad. That's to be debated, whether the red tide is good, bad, medium, or poor. It's not the best, but it's not, what I'm trying to get at, it's not the end of the world, okay? It's not like what we had back in, what was it, 80s, Fred? Where it wiped out the scallop population. So, a biotoxin. Not a rust tide. So,
Charles is in the house.
What's that?
Wendy Charles is in the house.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy, for tuning in. So anyway, that brings us to the next one, is that I believe, personally myself, that we are winning this battle against nitrogen overload, but we can't give up the fight. Check out our Landlord site. They're trying hard on this new septic tank system, the Peconic Baykeeper. The links are in the description below. A YouTube channel of one of their new septic tanks that they're putting in. This is part of the problem. Nitrogen on your grass, fertilizer, green grass. I've been a proponent. I think green grass sucks. But, hey, some guys are, well, if you're into green grass, can you figure out how to do it a little bit safer than necessarily overloading it with nitrogen and having the nitrogen run off in rainwater into the street and into the bay? No good.
We need to help Mother Earth.
Golf courses are some of the biggest polluters in the world, but I'm not going there. They're also one of the biggest taxpayers. Also, I'm not going there either.
Everyone needs to look at.
We all need to do what we got to do to work. We all need to recycle. This also helps, which brings me to the next part. Some people say I'm nuts, Bart. Why don't you just throw it all in one box? Now, I go through Mr. Baggett. I'm getting ready to do Mr. Baggett right now. Usually Friday is garbage day around here. We are self-haulers. I don't have a garbage man. I recycle. Because I don't know if I know the garbage man ain't recycling. It all goes into one and it goes in, that's that. Got to work on that.
We're not even going to go there.
All right, yeah, I know. You can't believe that. Southampton Town has these green bags. I've gone over this a million times. Mr. Baggett, there he is. The less you waste, the more you save. Isn't he cute? Mr. Baggett. I was thinking about being Mr. Baggett for Halloween one year. I bailed on that idea. I became Santa in a snow globe instead. That was an awesome costume, too. Next.
That was a winner, too.
Oh, so Southampton Town, glass, metal, plastic, recycling, paper, cardboard, then everything else goes into a green bag. We were able to deal with one green bag once a week. This week's gonna be different. I got two because I did some cleaning up. So I had some extra junk. If it doesn't fit in the green bag, then you have to pay to have it dumped at the Southampton Town, Hampton Bays, North Sea. Takes your payment. West Hampton transfer station is just that, a transfer station. No cost to go there, provided you're using Mr. Baggett, the green bag. What else? I got nothing more. How much time have we been on?
We've been on 25 minutes and 11 seconds.
You know, even with the fly by the seat of your pants production, I still got 5 minutes to spare.
Any questions for anyone?
Any questions? I got to give Fred. Fred's got some news going on. I don't know where the hell he's going. We got to give the mic over to Fred for a minute and give him update from Fred. Everybody wants to hear about you, Fred. You know you're famous, Fred. You know that, right? You are. You got your own little following. Here, hold that and hold that.
LNC wants to know what Fred's been up to. Jim Payton.
Working on projects mostly.
What have you been working on, Fred?
Building a transmission for the seed tumbler.
Eric's on.
Working on my Model T race car. I painted my Worthington Doodlebug.
That thing's cool.
You know, just...
Are you running out of projects, Fred?
No, I'm not running out of anything. I'm running out of eyesight. That's the problem.
Oh,
so
yeah?
What's going on with your eyesight, Captain Fred?
I can't see anymore because of the cataracts, so it's getting to be a pain in the ass. So I'm getting the surgery done on the 10th of this month.
So prayers for Freddie that everything's quick. He's seeing magnificently.
I'm just glad he's doing it, for God's sakes. He's going to be able to see.
It's pathetic.
You'll be great. You'll be fine.
So that's about it. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the plague don't kill me before then.
The hospital is cleaner than ever.
Yeah, well.
Jim Payton, God bless Fred. Hope the operation goes well. Jimmy Allen C. Good luck with that, Fred.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna do fine.
Yep. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna get it done and I'm gonna move on. Hopefully, I'll be able to navigate out on the bay again. I'll be able to see where the buoys are.
Well, you've been doing great ever since. So it's only going to be amazing when you know, grateful. You're going to be good. You're going to be good.
I'm not so worried about the buoys. I'm worried about the kayakers is what I'm worried about, you know?
Not run them over.
It's kind of like a speed bump, right, Fred? Dun-dun.
The bicycles on the street.
Yeah, that too.
Let's go over our sponsors that we have. We have NETMINDER.
Sponsors, NETMINDER. NETMINDER product, I've been really preaching about NETMINDER. NETMINDER works great. We are going up to pick up quite a bit of this stuff. Here's this is an empty 5-gallon, but we're going to get 3 of these. We're going up Massachusetts. I don't know if I am, I don't know if Tony is, I don't know if we're going together, but whatever it is, got to get up there and check that out. Next on our sponsor is OysterTracker. We have been working with it. It's a work in progress. I am going to be totally straight out and honest with you. It also has to one person handle it, and that's Tony Jo, and she's been up against it, okay? Real estate is going through the roof here in the Hamptons, so our OysterTracker has been, we're working it, it works good. We are definitely making progress, okay? I will have probably a whole video on the whole shooting match about OysterTracker once we get it down. Kind of like the cages, you know what I mean? Another sponsor is CCE, go ahead, Cornell Cooperative Extension, Marine Division up in Southold, Cornell Cooperative in general, the whole shooting match, just Cornell University in general. These guys have changed my life. These guys turned me around and took me from feeling, oh, I don't know, what am I gonna do now? To this is cool. This is fun. This is active. Cornell Cooperative, Marine Division did it for me. Greg Rivera and Kim Teachel, both those guys really, really helped me tremendously, and they saved my life. They really did. They gave me a purpose, and the purpose is to grow food for human consumption, and there is no more of a nobler cause than that. So thank you so much, Cornell Cooperative. And
OysterTracker, which
I did.
Right, but the
what else I got?
printer that we haven't used yet.
The waterproof printer looks really cool with OysterTracker. Again, we're going to have the whole video on the whole shoot match coming to you maybe live. No, not maybe. Definitely live.
We have the links on everything on our
And then we're going to do that. There's just not enough time in the day, but we're having a damn good time doing it. Let me tell you what. I want everybody to be safe.
Say hi to Eric. Eric's in.
Eric's in the house? Eric, thanks for tuning in this week. Appreciate it very much. So where are we going? What are we doing? The future is so bright. We got to wear shades. We got to be careful. We have to wear our mask. We have to practice social distancing. All of that good stuff. Everybody keep up the good work because the Northeast, from what Tony Joe was saying, is doing a great job.
Yeah, New Jersey North. We're okay.
Yeah. Whatever. We're not going to get into that.
What we can do, guys, control what you can, let the rest go, help your neighbors.
Yeah, absolutely. I want everybody, thanks guys. I missed you guys last week. I thank you guys for all tuning in this week. I want everybody to stay cool. It was supposed to be cooler. It's not so cool today. It's hot again. I'm going to buckle down and turn on the AC. I want everybody to be cool. I want everybody to be kind. I want everybody to be happy. And of course, eat me! We'll see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Love you guys.